Guys, wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I seen a new cooking technique on the internet that I just caught a fancy to. It's called sous-vide. Sous-vide. S-O-U-S space V-I-D-E. I basically just brung this big old ribeye up to 140 degrees internal temperature. And now I'm going to go ahead, got my pot ready. If you look at other videos, you'll see exactly how this technique works. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time with that. But now I'm about to bring this cast iron skillet up to temp, get it good and hot. I'm going to sear it to get that good old crust that everybody loves on steak. Basically all I did is put a little garlic, pepper, and a little parsley on top of the steak. Kind of let it soak down into the meat while I did the technique. And now I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on it. I've dried the outside off, that way I can get a good crust on it. And I'll try to come back in a minute after I sear it. Should only take about a minute and a half on each side. And I'll come back in a few, guys, let you see the finished product. Hopefully be able to cut it a little bit to show you what that 140 internal temperature looks like. Alright, be back in a few. Alright, we're in for the first minute and a half. Just got in a little high temperature oil. Just use vegetable, but it's okay for me. Got that good smoke coming off. Probably got a good 600 degrees, 500 to 600 easy. It's coming back after we flip it, put a little butter on it. This is pretty quick, y'all. Hard to do with one hand. See, I got a little butter in the pan. I put it on top of my steak. Here I am about probably a minute and a half in. Put a little bit of butter. Each side, open it up. Butter just does something for a steak. Love it. See, I got a little color because I already flipped it one good time. Right there. Another 30 seconds or so on this side. Flip it back over. See what it looks like. Man, that's one big steak too. This one here, y'all, is probably about an inch and a half. Most of the time. All the cooking comes down to exactly what size it is. Go ahead and flip this thing again. Gotta get these edges. Just that. Get over. Oh, look at that crust. Let's go and beat that. That was my timer, y'all. Honestly, it's just about done. As done as I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do here is be able to have both hands, flip a little bit of butter left on it, put it on the plate, let it cool for just a second, take a picture. Get back in the... Goodness gracious. I've always been in the search for cooking the perfect steak and finding a way to get a good crust on the outside and to have consistent temperature. Boy, you can still see that steam still coming off there. Look at that. And when I seen this method, y'all, I said I definitely have to try this. Look at that perfect medium. That's how I like it. Love my steaks medium. It's always hard to get a consistent cook. Maybe I'll come back if y'all like it and do a full video of this technique. It's sous-vide, I believe how it's pronounced. You bring the steak up to the temperature you want the internal at. And when you bring it out, you finish it how you want, really fast, just to get a crust on the outside. I used cast iron skillet today. Got a very good crust, and of course did my normal steak rub on the outside after. They came out of the water cooking section of it, just to be able to finish it off. Wasn't planning on making a video, so I didn't put that part of it in the video. But if you look, there's plenty of videos online that show you how to do that. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna taste this real quick I'm not going to do it on camera, but I'm going to come back and give you my honest impressions of how this comes out, being my first time using this this technique. All right, see y'all. Guys, I stopped eating because I just have to tell you, this is the best steak I've ever had in my life. And it doesn't matter what part you eat. Look at it. It's all the same. It's cooked the same everywhere. Doesn't matter what bite. Whenever you ever cooked a steak, look, just as pink as the rest of it. I don't know about y'all, but I've never had a steak that's cooked from one end to the other, especially as big as this. This is 22-ounce ribeye, bone in. And sometimes you'll get over here and it's a little bit rawer, or you get to that center section, it's overcut, cooked. I tell you what, with this technique, and honestly, this is the easiest steak I've ever cooked. I simply figured out how to get the 140 on my stove. I have a little warming unit burner. I'm sure you can find other ways to do it. Went to 140. Man, I'm gonna get back to this steak. Need to finish this video. Get to 140. And honestly, I put this steak in frozen. Frozen. I didn't Ziploc, seasoned it, put it in frozen. Maybe I had it sitting out on the counter an hour while we ran some errands. Came back, put this thing in, 140. Oh my goodness. 2.5 hours later, all I had to do was just slap it on the stove, about 1.5 minutes on each side. A little salt, pepper, garlic, a little oil, and then finish it up drizzling a little butter on top. And once I got it on the plate, all I did is add a little Himalayan salt, just to make sure I got enough salt on there, and it is delicious. Be back in a few.